Good afternoon, gamers. We're back with another video for Doki Doki Literature Club. We are about ready to read our poems, so let's get right into it then. So, game. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Okay. Hi again, Gooey. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Gooey. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack. Soriori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. That's the only way I felt like you could read that. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! I agree. Manga and comics is definitely literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Gooey always gives it his best, as long as he's always having fun. He helps me with the busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Sounds like you might be. How come? You and Gooey can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems to oblivious to... Wow, that was bad. My bad. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, even brought you something today, you know? Wait. Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal. It's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. It's well said. Well said, Yui. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want me to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might be enjoying. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Thanks. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yori's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yori gave me, but I am feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that Literature Club is all about. The problem is that the idea of Literature Club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need some way of showing everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do something to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberately like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Of course, that's Sayori's way. But, she gonna make Natsuki make them again? Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Called it. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I thought we were gonna get to our poems right away. I'm a little disappointed in that. I find myself smiling, though. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud! I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best! That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than to look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Ugh. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips over the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get it right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain in your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Ow. Hey. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. I start to button her blazer from the bottom? Alright. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. That button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully button. I'm sorry. I started laughing before I actually finished reading it. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. That might be why you're struggling. A little too busty. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Oh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It seems my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like this? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these things, they're embarrassing me. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Gooey, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, I did. My realization ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn with a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Sorry, water break. Reading a lot. By the way though, good time to say it. If you are watching, please like and subscribe this. Leave any comments you can. It would be greatly appreciated. The more feedback I get, the more I can talk to you. Maybe I can help your channel grow as well. Thank you. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yori reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ooh. Who do we want to share the poem with first? You know what? Childhood friend, I feel like Sayori is going to be really mad if I don't pick her first. Yori seems to be really interested in me though. And she's been really nice. And she even brought a book to help me feel more at home in the literature club. Alright, I think I'm going to do it in that order. I think I'm going to do it in order of importance. I think Sayori's got to be the most important. Then Yori. Then Natsuki, because we have a lot of similar interests. Her with the manga and me with the anime. And just something about it is kind of just... Angry little cute girl is just always kind of cute. And then Monika, probably last. So let's go ahead and go with Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. And you did just try to button up her blouse for her and talked about her boobs, so... Doing alright. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Gooey! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a gooey poem. That's so perfect with the name being Gooey. Which, for everyone out there, if you are interested at all, I got the nickname Gooey Magoo because one of my nicknames in high school was Magoo from the old cartoon. Hey Magoo, you've done it again! Because my last name is McGee, and it's really close to Magoo. Secondly, I had this girl on my cross-country team, her name was Kendra, and she actually we gave each other hippie nicknames. I gave her the nickname Rainbow because every time I saw her, it was just always so cutely rainbow around her. Just everything around her just seemed to be happier. She just was a happy person. She gave me the nickname Gooey. She said I just had a lovey, gooey personality. It just, you fall in love with and you just get absorbed into. It's just goo. It's everywhere. And I'm like, I like that. So I just combined the two and Gooey Magoo stuck. I've had the name for 10 plus years now. Let's get back to it though. Sorry for that little break. And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I've been standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Gooey. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this just for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you with that. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Wait. I want to see what my poem was. Am I the only one who's not curious of that? Alright, if you are curious, I want to read what my poem would be, maybe I'll go back and read what words I picked, and I'll write one for you guys. So if I get 10 likes on this video and 10 comments, I will write a poem with all those words and do my best. Okay, let's read Sayori's poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh my god. There's parts of that I really like the flow of. And I gotta say, oh, super cute. And I love the end. I gotta get out of bed because I want breakfast. I mean, bacon is a good reason to get out of bed. Okay. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question? I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. It does sound just like her. That's not wrong. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, like I said before, we're gonna go Yori. Thanks, Yori's been the next nicest to me. Gave me the extra book. Let's do it for her. Yori stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem? Right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading that. So it was bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes. We really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there were specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I could recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick out a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressions. The expressiveness. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Did you mind if I read your poem?
Please do. I love to share my thoughts and process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, let's get into this. Oh, let's change the lighting. Yes, let's go blue. Oh, let's dim it. Here we go. Ghost under the light.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Okay. She uses a lot of things to try to paint pictures that I noticed. I really like the line, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. She tries to be very profound and very eloquent and very, probably kind of a sense of darkness to it. Let's see what she says about it, though.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read. It's because I was talking to everyone on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Gooey.
Really? I don't think it was. I must have missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just a simple story, or paint a picture. In the case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is usually being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that way. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright. So, I think we are going to stick with those 2 poems since we found out that we're not reading my poem. Well, I'll read the next 2 poems next time. You guys, let me know though if you are interested in me trying to write my own poems that match the words that I pick and put every single word in those poems, those 20 words. That'll be definitely a feat for me. I actually used to do poetry. I actually, in middle school, I think it was, won a poetry contest and was actually put in a poetry book. Maybe I'll share that one too. It's really lame. It's like 4 lines, but it won. Who cares? So yes, if you do like and subscribe, please. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. Not if you liked them. If you like this video and you want more of this, please like and subscribe. Give me some feedback. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night.